recording now?
I see the red light.
So what do you want to talk about? Welcome back. Welcome, everybody.
What's up, buddy?
It's been a couple weeks.
It has. It has.
I don't remember why.
I don't have a soda.
And I do. We're in Bizarro World.
I think we're on the wrong side of this table right now.
You want to go get one?
I do.
All right. We'll put it in pause at first. Whatever the fuck I just said. It's in the back, second shelf.
It is. If you're the one not getting. What?
Hey, welcome back, everybody, again.
Hey. Oh.
Oh.
That slid so well.
Ah, yes.
It slid so well. Oh, dude.
What are you doing?
So
Lama nama nami.
I'm 3 comedy specials deep. There's 5 on Netflix. Jimmy Carr.
About. Didn't you mention him earlier today?
Dude, yeah. He's fucking fantastic.
That's why I don't normally drink soda. Ugh.
Well, that's root beer too.
It's true.
I drink soda on the daily. I mean,
Hold on a minute. Fucking get out of here.
Oh, Jesus, he's morphing.
That over there. My pants are falling up. My socks are falling in. My shirt is on my body pants. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So.
It feels better now. I
Yeah.
feel more natural.
Oh,
Okay,
God,
Jimmy
dude.
Dore.
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr.
Fucking hilarious, dude.
Carr Wilson.
He's just good.
Okay, well.
He's just good.
Well, that's...
One of the key one of the best jokes he makes. He's like, all these people griping about recycling, they're all bitching like, oh, nobody's recycling, but watch the look on their faces when I rinse out the condom.
Isn't this what you wanted? You know how long it takes for this to degrade? So if I just rinse it out with some Dawn dish soap,
Another one.
rinse well.
He makes a joke right at the start of a show. It's like not even 2 minutes in. He goes, he says something about the way people look. He goes, unless you're burn victims, and you'd know if we have any of them here. I'm pretty sure we don't because they usually stick together.
What'd the crowd do?
Oh,
Did it give an O or a groan?
There was both. Like, everybody, every joke he tells, the audience is always, you hear, oh, ha, ha. You hear somebody laughing, you hear somebody groaning, you hear somebody moaning.
It sounds like a... Like the new version of like Dave Attell and his jokes, where it was like...
Oh, and the best part is, he goes, now there's some of you that are like, no, that might be a little too much. Or no, there's some of you that are laughing and be like, you're going to have a good time, I promise you. There are some of you who are thinking, that might be too much. Well, you're in for a long fucking night. Sorry. He calls it out. And he's like, all right, we're going to get a little classy here. So.
Wow.
Oh, it's fucking, dude.
It's classy, I guess.
He's hilarious. Dude, I can't.
Did you get on Helldivers?
Yeah.
Did
I
you?
didn't play. I threw on the new gear.
Yeah.
There's only one set, right?
That I know of.
Yeah. It's shiny.
It is. The helmet's super shiny. Put the helmet on, I was like, that's very black and shiny.
Ugh.
Like, compared to all the other black armors in the game, they're more gray now. I'm like, well, now there's, like, no black armor. There's one black helmet, and everything else is gray.
You said the black armor made me think of it. He goes, I was at a hotel once, a motel or whatever.
We're back on this.
And they're asking me, what kind of toast do I want with my breakfast, white or brown? He goes, all toast is brown. If it's white, it's bread. It's his accent, I swear to God.
That's true.
His delivery and his accent. He also makes a joke about, he's like, because the one I'm watching now was his 2019 special. He's like, gotta be PC. He goes, so you can't say certain things. The government, there's people that govern what I can and can't say. Like disabled people can make jokes about being disabled. Black and Asians can make jokes about race. Homosexuals make jokes about gays. You know, you can't make jokes unless you've experienced it. So I run into these two pedophiles the other day, and he pauses in the audience like, and I'm like, and he pauses, he goes like, and then all of a sudden, the whole, boom, the audience fucking clicked. I was like, oh my God.
It's still
slow
like
burn.
It's still like a weird area where it's like, well, I don't know if I can laugh about this or not.
It was a very slow burn. Oh, there's more. He goes, this. So, you know, I find those women that just get more attractive every year they get older. I got one. It was my niece. I call her my NILF. And they was like, oh, there's people like, he was like, oh, don't worry. It's not that bad. She just turned 6. Oh. Dude, his fucking comedy is right up there. He's got the fucking dark humor.
I'll have to watch it. Because sometimes I see some of those comics and I'm like, this is just like, what could be the most... This is like Howard Stern. Like, what's the most shock and awe I can get? Like,
no,
yeah, where's the comedy, though?
He's very... You remember Robin Williams stand-up?
Mm-hmm.
It was very joke, keep the bus moving, you really don't stop.
Yeah, it was lightning fast. Like,
if he stops and he centers on a joke, it's almost like he's hitting a bus station and picking up a bunch of people at once. Then the bus gets rolling and it's joke. Very much like that, except he doesn't
Was it like ADD like Robin Williams, where his jokes are all over the place, and
no,
sometimes he'd bring it back together, and other times he wouldn't. It would just be...
No, for the most part, it's like a bus route.
Hmm.
Who the hell? What?
That's the Elden sigh. Elden Ring sigh.
All right, Elden Ring sigh. Now you just save that section for later.
What? What Elden Ring sigh?
Exactly. I never got up and left. Oh, who drank my soda?
Oh. I got a clip, edit. So the Grammys. Tell me about the Grammys. Did anybody hear the new hot country album out there?
It's not country.
I don't know. I know nothing about anything. Like,
hold on. So Beyonce Knowles won Country Album of the Year.
Right.
She is a phenomenal artist.
Yes.
Honestly, like Destiny's Child, she went on her solo. She's done a lot of good music. I will not deny that the woman is fucking phenomenal. Hands down, I will say that.
Texas Hold'em. That's the country song.
No, all of it's not country, if you ask me. That's...
Where's the shirt? The first comment, really? I can see why everyone voted for it. Like a tornado in my city. It's just
So
hoedown. Like, to me, it just sounds like they took what are the top 25 most common phrases in the country environment. Well, there are tornadoes in Oklahoma. Let's use that. Hoedowns? Okay.
So
they had my finger gun. Pew! At the beginning.
It's literally... It's not even hip hop. There's a black guy, I forgot what his name is. He sings country rap.
Right.
And it's actually good.
Oh, Kid Rock.
No. But like it's just the way I'm sorry. Like I said, I love Beyonce Knowles. She's a good artist. She's got a lot of good music, but you cannot tell me that whole album was country. It's not. there's some country
the album
elements.
won, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, she won Best Country Album of the Year.
See, to me, it just sounds like a run-of-the-mill modern twang pop.
It's got some country elements, but it's not country music.
Twang pop.
And
it just took it's like when I used to like record music and stuff.
People really like the sound of banjos.
Remember when we did like the glute mix things, and during your section I put like the do da do da do da do da, just to fucking poke fun at you.
Yeah.
Like the Daddy Yankee thing, like that reggaeton stuff.
Yes.
Like it's like that. It's like I put like this. Oh, I'll put this beat in there in this other style of music, but I got that little like element of something else in it.
Yeah.
And like with Matt's, I put like the twangy country whatever. It's like the same thing. That's what this is. It's fucking twang pop.
It's not. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You notice that what's his face that remember was it last summer or the summer before? What the hell was it? Was it last summer? The guy that was playing on TikTok that country song and he just blew the fuck up, especially in the conservative market.
Oh yes.
Remember what the hell was that?
It was last summer.
Was it last? It was like last spring or something.
Yeah, he talks about like being country.
Yeah.
Being American.
Yeah, like that was country. I'm surprised that was that even there? I don't even know.
No.
Yeah.
That guy never went anywhere.
I never fucking. No, he got a record album. I think he got.
Yeah, and you. Oh yeah, it's so good. You heard of it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, but social media, and that's what it is. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm not saying Beyonce Knowles is a terrible artist. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve the fame and fortune that she's accrued.
But she has enough of it.
But regardless, no, the woman is good. The woman is talented at what she does.
Sure.
Her genre, she's iconic.
And by no means am I saying like stay in your lane. It's not that. It's just what I heard right here. It's just okay. Twang pop. You
don't say it's
a dime
something
a dozen.
Not. You want to try something new? Please be my guest. Try something new. But sit down with some of the most iconic people in this industry and find out what elements worked for them and see if you could bring something new to their table. Because that's what happens when you visit a new genre. You're going to another person's dinner table with your ideas. You sit down at their table, you enjoy their food, their way, and you maybe bring something new, a new element of a new style, a new feel to their mood, their vibe, their persona.
How long did it take Taylor Swift to get out of like the whole country scene? Because she did that, I feel like in an album or two.
Yeah, it was maybe an album.
It didn't take too long.
Maybe one album.
Yeah.
And then she went to teeny bopper music, and country's like, good. I mean, you'll be missed. I might come back, y'all. No, it's okay. We're kind of quitting. We're turning dead. Yeah, don't try to come back because country's gonna be dead when you come. If you know, shit. Now we really gotta kill ourselves.
And then was Kanye's a wife or girlfriend or something like that showed up completely nude.
Oh yeah.
And like, what was the whole controversy? Like I didn't watch the Grammy. I didn't watch anything about like any of the awards. I don't give a shit. Like, I guess he was like, everyone's like, oh, he's like forcing her to do this stuff.
No, he didn't want her to dress like that.
Oh, I don't fucking know.
I don't know how true it is, but I had heard he did not want her. He's like, look, I would love for you to dress sexy and sultry and empowering and woman-like.
Nude.
And he's like, but, just, you got to remember, because Kanye, he's like, I think he's aware now. Like, okay, I've said some crazy shit. I've done some crazy shit. People think I'm crazy shit.
Right.
So I should really kind of maybe try to just put cruise control on. He's like, I'll keep giving him that little bit here and there, but I don't want to redline it. And then she does that. She's a gorgeous girl, too.
I guess what I saw of her was just like a head and just a blur blop underneath her. So I don't know what.
Yeah, the material she wore, it was completely see-through.
Also, she was wearing something.
Yeah, she was.
So it was like wearing pantyhose.
But you know how when they blur somebody on TV?
Yeah.
She found the perfect material to wear. because that's what it did. Like you could see the outlet. You could make out what the nipple was, but you couldn't see it clearly. It's like she wore the perfect blur screen dress.
It's like if she wore. It's what you ever see those bodysuits? It's like it's a nude woman, like a bodysuit, and then a woman wears it. So she's wearing like a bodysuit.
Oh,
that
yeah.
looks like a naked woman. It's like, well, I'm not really sure how this works now.
Well, no, because at least with those bodysuits, the details there. You could see the nipples. You could see the.
That's what I mean. It's
You
like,
could see the axe wound. Everything.
They're like, but it crosses. It's that line. I was like, okay, well,
No.
is this appropriate? Is this not?
No, imagine if.
I know it's like wearing pantyhose. It's like if she wore just a
No,
suit.
because even through pantyhose, if even from a distance, you're like, that's a nipple. I could see that clearly. She somehow found the most perfect material
Just-
that blurred it.
It was like a leggings, but super stretched out.
It's like try looking through a Price Chopper bag. Remember the plastic bags?
Yeah, remember back in the day? What a weird thing to say. Remember
When you
back-
could literally like, oh, I could see you.
Yeah.
I see a face.
like romper room.
That's what
I
she.
see something through here.
Yes.
There's a shape of a person.
No, there
So
was-
so Kanye flipped out about it then.
he didn't flip out about it. That's what I'm saying. Like he kept himself very moderated.
Did he like usher her away or what? Like how
No, but if you pay attention, he's not like close to her.
we're going?
It was more like
It's like I'm going this way. You follow my hand.
yeah, it's like, so my phone is like the small of her back. He's like taking the photos.
Yeah.
You see his arm started moving, then she kind of moves with him, and it's like, shit, she's moving with me. Fuck. Come on, people. I know you think I'm crazy, but yeah, this is hers.
Yeah, end up. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. This is two like scandals I heard with the whole Grammy Awards thing. Is
Yeah.
one, Beyonce winning the country album
Of the year.
of the year, and I was like, one, she put a country album out. I didn't even know that. Like, I don't pay attention to any of it anymore.
Well,
So, and then two was the whole nude thing, but
And that's just it. Like, give Beyonce a couple more albums. Let her really, like I said, give her one or two more albums. Let her really sit down with the people that have really just have it. They have that natural ability. Have her sit down. Let them give her some pointers. Let her try. Let her get a feel over the next album or two, and then go from there.
Mhm.
But I think the reason she won is because I think it was a big media push.
and I think, yeah.
I think right now we're going to see, for the next year or two, we're going to see a lot of things. It's like that's not at all what it should be. Not saying it's bad, but you're calling it what it isn't. And I think that's going to be, I think that's like,
Here's my take. I think that's just the further blending of all music, because that's what pop is. This is a blend of everything.
yeah.
And I think what's going to happen going down this road is you're going to have like your main styles of music
And you're
are going to become more and more niche. Like, 30 years ago there was metal, and then there was country, and then there was hip hop, and then there was fucking electric, whatever. And they were very much their own things.
Yeah.
And then a little bit at a time, like these niche genres started popping up. Industrial metal, just electronic heavy metal.
Yeah.
And then you had like rap rock pop up, and then you had like
emo.
Well, I mean that was a subgenre of metal, but you had those like
No, because you had people like Good Charlotte.
that was punk. I think that was more punk.
No. Now it's like
Or post-punk.
My Chemical
Postmodern
Romance.
punk.
That's
I
not
mean,
metal.
we're like-
It's maybe it's got a hint of hard rock to it. It's got the punk element.
Okay, so it's alternative, whatever. It's a whole rock like category. What I'm saying is like you had those like main styles that were completely different than the others. But then you started to see all these other bands pop up with all these other like influences. and they started to kind of come more towards the middle, like all of them, all the different styles. And now you're getting to the point where they're like basically getting so close to the middle, they're just going to start blending together. And now you're going to have like the main style of music is music. And then everything.
That'll make it so much easier to remember. What type of song was that again? I'm pretty sure
I listened to sound.
Music. Yeah, it was music.
But then the niche things will be the actual main styles. It's like, because how many like hard, like heavy bands are actually popular? Like, I don't mean like within their genre. I mean like Metallica, Slayer, like that kind of popular anymore. Yeah, how many bands, artists or whatever are like Eminem and Dr. Dre popular anymore? Like, there's not many.
There's a few that pop up. Like Dax, Tom MacDonald. They're very...
Tom MacDonald, but he's in
Dax,
his own... I don't know who that is.
Dax, he's a black rap artist. He's amazing. Very good. Sings some softer songs. Actually sings a country song with Darius Rucker.
Again.
But his main...
further proves my point.
No, his main genre, his main style is rap. And he's very good at it. It's very good, hard beat, straight lyrics, rap. You get not as many as there was. What I'm saying is they're a diamond in the rough. You can still find them, but they're very far and few in between.
Yeah, I've
that are
never
the
heard
original contenders, the original genre artist.
Yeah, I've never.
Like I Prevail.
I only know Tom MacDonald just because the whole like culture war that's been going on. His stuff just.
Oh, did you hear the one with Rosie O'Donnell?
Yes, I did. I was like, huh. Rosie's rapping. Okay, well, sure.
And then
it wasn't terrible either, I have to say. I'm like,
no, it wasn't.
I heard Rosie O'Donnell. I'm like, this can't be good. And I heard it, and I'm like, going into something with low expectations, sometimes it's very, very positive. And I'm like,
sometimes that's a good payoff.
Yeah, I'm like, that wasn't terrible. I'm impressed.
Did you work already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to work again tomorrow.
Yeah, especially with the snow.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was like, anyway.
Shit.
Going back, yeah, I don't know. That's just, it wasn't even a main point, but the whole Grammys thing, I was like, what is all this fuss about the Grammys? Like, fucking. And then, like, the country music thing, like, ugh. If I was still heavily involved in music, I'd probably be fucking furious, but honestly, I just don't give a shit now.
But yeah, no, like I said, I'm not trying to discredit Beyonce. I just can't agree. In my opinion, I can't agree with her winning Country Album of the Year.
Yeah.
Does she deserve some credit and acknowledgement for trying to dip into another genre?
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Keep going, keep plugging if that's what you really want to try to do. I mean, keep plugging, keep tweaking, keep refining it till you get the sound and feel you want.
Like 10 years ago, and I was like I was just attacking one genre after another when I was recording music.
Yeah.
I was like, let's fucking try this. Like,
yeah, I remember.
Like, who gives a shit? But like, yeah, the country album of the year, I was like, wow, money does pay off. Money buys lots of stuff. Oh, but to the nitty gritty, there's USAID.
Gone.
That's been
deleted.
Delete. That's a wrestling thing, but never mind. Actually, they just saw me do this. Like, what's he doing? This is called the Elon.
I thought it was dabbing.
He's done that too.
That shit is Ratchet, right?
Oh, Ratchet. Like Mike? Oh, but yeah, USAID. And then it's like two different things. It's one, USAID is gone. It's like, oh, thank God. Then USAID is gone. It's like, oh, how are we going to, like, all those people is not going to get any kind of, like, aid or anything like this. It's USAID. It's like, well, it's not USAID per se. It's just USAID, like, Association of International Affairs, but, or International, oh, my God, not affairs.
Dick.
What?
What?
No, development. There we go.
Dick.
It was what?
All right, I got to tell you real quick. So in the Jimmy Carr comedy, he makes a comment about
We're back on this.
Jesus being a sock.
Okay.
Some other cunt's kid.
Okay. Did you get it all out? Okay.
He's like, you ever think when Joseph was actually fucking Mary, she goes, "Oh God," is she yelling it because of her ex? Sorry.
Aid. I've lost.
U.S. aid.
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, well, this is for giving aid to other countries, third world countries, whatever it is. The reason why it was formed in 60 or 61 by JFK. Okay? The reason why it was formed was during that time we were in the Cold War against Russia, right?
Yep.
And so, like, the biggest threat in the world was communism. So they formed this USAID in order to go to different nations to basically, for lack of a better term, propagandize those nations to be anti-communism.
Yeah.
And actually establish them as capitalist countries. That was the reason why it was formed, the main reason. And then it took on a life of its own, became whatever it is now. This hugely inflated thing with like a shit ton of employees. What they have, like, how many employees did they have?
Too many.
I don't know what the exact number was, but the equivalent, like, there was a comparison made. It's like when Elon took over X, and like he fired 13,000 whatever employees, and they're still running with like 300. I was like, well, what were those other fucking people there for? It's like, like stupid numbers, but it's like something like that. So they got rid of all these different people, and then what comes out is like some of the money.
Oh yeah,
that was being spent on some of the things it was being spent on.
Real quick, did you hear about what Elon Musk is doing during the Super Bowl tomorrow?
Maybe, I don't know.
Paid millions upon millions is what I'm being told, what I've heard, to buy 5 commercial spots. Excuse me, to advertise Doge commercials, explaining where money has been going.
Oh, good. I have a fucking laundry list here of like points like that I've just heard now. Fuck, I don't want to watch the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck about the Super Bowl.
I'm thinking about watching it just for that.
No, I'll just watch the computer. I watch the commercials there. Like, I don't give a shit about the Super Bowl. One, it's like Eagles and Kansas City. It's like, fuck, I lose no matter who loses. But you have the insufferable, like, just veer off to this for a second. You have the insufferable Kansas City. It's like, fuck, they're going to win again. Like, the script is leaked, whatever. There's no predictions. That's a spoiler. But then you have the Eagles. Like, it was the most obnoxious fucking sports fan base, probably bar any sport.
No offense.
So if they win, Philly gets burnt down. If they lose, Philly gets burnt down. Like, no matter fucking what. And then, like, as a 49er fan, if they win, we have to hear them for the next year. Just run their mouth, whatever. I hope Kansas City wins, and I will tell you why. If Philly wins, we know what we're getting out of that. Like, it's just going to be them fucking running their mouths.
Oh, yeah.
I'm the greatest fucker here. Okay? If Kansas City wins, what that does is kind of push their franchise to the forefront. And now, if the script thing and the referee thing is all true, now the NFL, we'll just run on this story for a second. Now the NFL finds themselves in this situation. Kansas City wins. Well, that's 3 Super Bowls in a row, 4 in 5 years. If we do it again next year, it's going to look really fucking suspicious. If Kansas City loses this year, well, then we can go back to the Super Bowl next year and win it. We didn't win every year. We were there every year, or almost every year. Not in 2020 or 2021. Wow, that was whatever. But they didn't win every year. But if they do this year, it's going to be fishy next year. Or, if in fact the NFL isn't rigged and everything's real, then we are watching the most godlike fucking quarterback in the history of every sport, even sports that don't have quarterbacks. And it's just one of those treats. Granted, he couldn't beat Tom Brady when Tom Brady was 108, but
yeah.
But there you go. I guess he just paid the refs a little bit more. Anyway, that's the whole Super Bowl thing. So going back to
Laundry list. AID.
USAID. So I have a list. Over the last couple days, I've heard like bits here and there. I'm like, wait, they spent what? How much? What? On what? What are they doing? And even today, I just added a couple more things at the bottom. Like, and I think things at the bottom are the fucking wackiest of all of them. But so we got $1.5 million for DEI education in Serbia workplaces.
Yeah.
Okay. That's because we need to do that, right? $70,000 for the production of a DEI musical in Ireland. That's a good idea. I wonder what kind of music they're playing. Maybe Beyonce's country album. $47,000 for a trans opera in Colombia. Maybe they'll do the music. $32,000 for a trans comic in Peru. $8 million to subsidize subscription in media, Politico, New York Times, basically paying these news outlets, legacy media, to run stories that they want them to run. Be favorable. But that definitely wasn't happening. We were screaming about that for how fucking long. It's like, well, it wasn't happening.
There was also, if I remember correctly, I don't know if it's on the list. Tell me if I'm right or wrong. There's also, they spent like $250,000 on a gas station in a country that ended up closing because it didn't get one single customer. I
don't have that on the list, but I'm not shocked. And when I go through some more of these, it's right up there with it. So, $8 million. Okay, $2 million for sex change operations in Guatemala. $6 million for tourism in Egypt. $20 million for a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. $4.5 million for misinformation in Kazakhstan. $2 million for our Moroccan pottery classes. $11 million to tell the Vietnamese to stop burning trash. $27 million for gift bags to illegals. $330 million to help Afghanis grow crops. What kind of crops?
Oh, I heard.
What kind of crops?
I heard. They fucking, and it was cocaine or what was cocaine or weed?
It couldn't be opioids, could it?
Yeah.
The poppy seeds for bagels.
$330 million, right?
$330 million.
They said plant crops. We want you to stop producing opium. They gave them all that fucking money, and if you dig into that, the fucking opium production like times 10.
$200 million on an unused Afghanistan dam. $50 million on an unused Afghanistan road. Possibly, I put question marks because the numbers like kind of it may be out there, but $600 million a month to ship illegals into the States or around the States. $2 million. Here's where it gets wacky. I was like, fucking what? $2 million on the study on fertility of trans mice. You heard that right. That was not a typo on my part. That's what I said.
I really wish I could just fucking put a bullet in my own head right now. It's a good thing your gun is hard to get to right this second.
Trans mice. That implies that they're taking mice against their mice will and transitioning them into an opposite gender just to see if their fertility is affected by it. It gets more fun. $1.2 million to see if trans female rats were more likely to OD on a date rape drug, also in that community known as chemsex.
Pause for a quick second.
Okay.
Because you had to say that, and now it's... Is there a subgenre of porn I don't know about, chemsex? Asking for a friend who might look it up on the hub later.
Well, you should tell said friend if he has another friend that's also suddenly curious. Let him know if said friend finds out.
I'm going to have a conversation with this friend. Fuck.
No way.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Here we go with another one. I don't know the cost of this, but this
Trans rats, OD. Oh my fucking God.
this is also done.
I really hope this is all fucking fake. Please. Please tell me we are literally living in the era of the biggest gotcha bitch
this is
of all fucking time.
This is for sure a simulation. The forced transition of male monkeys to see if hormone therapy would make them more susceptible to HIV, which is a virus that monkeys can't contract. To steal a line from you, what the actual fuck? Oh, wait.
Dude, I'm not going to joke. I'm not even joking. I'm going to hold on before you even speak.
Okay.
I am borderline on the verge of saying, can we just move on to the next topic? Go ahead.
Okay, wait.
No, continue.
They paid $27 million to the George Soros Prosecutor Fund. Okay, that one I can see is like, okay, that one's not hitting as much. To me, I'm like,
I'm biting the fuck out of my
George
lip.
Soros,
Ow.
who is one of the most fucking wealthy people in the world, and we paid him $27 million for his.
Oh, no, I know. I was biting my lip. I think I'm fucking bleeding. Yep. Ow. You said George Soros, and I instantly fucking drew blood.
So,
Oh, God.
that is only some of the things that has been come out that are tax dollars, mind you. It's ours. You know, the taxes that I pay at the end of the year. Our tax dollars is going toward.
That reminds me. I don't think I sent it to you. Oh, God.
Hold on.
Come listen.
What I hear is the left-wing talking point is like, well, Elon was put in this position and was not voted on. Like, that is what is, like, you've heard that, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Elon, we never voted for him to be in this position. What's funny is they're saying this all while Elon is exposing all of these things that all of our tax dollars are going towards, which none of us voted on. And I'm willing to bet that nobody fucking even knew was a thing.
Real quick. You know the Harry Potter world, right?
Right.
All right. The indestructible Nokia.
Yeah.
Good luck destroying this Horcrux. Tom's going to live forever. Okay, hold on. I got to find something really quick.
But yeah, so I was just like, oh, we never voted on him to be in there to take. It's, you know, okay, here's the thing: for fucking decades now, for like the last 2 decades, 2 or 3 decades anyway, what have you heard everybody from every walk of life say? The government's corrupt. They're wasting our money, and I wish someone would do something about it. Now we are in a position where someone is doing something about this corrupt government and actually doing something, saying like, hey, this is where your money's going. This is who's spending it. This is why they're doing it. And here you go. Here are the lists. Here's the things. Someone is actually doing something about said corrupt government, even if it's like, well, Trump's corrupt. It's like, okay, if we can get one fucking corrupt person in there and a swindler or whatever to expose all the other corrupt people, fucking fine. I'll take a win wherever I can find it.
Sometimes you have to why send a mouse into the snake pit to steal the cheese when you can just have your own snake slither in?
Exactly. Like, if it takes one to expose them all, whatever. Fucking whatever. And the fact that, like, because the temperature of what we came out of was so fucking crazy that now we're going into this new administration and everything that's happening now is just fucking bonkers, but it still seems sane. Just speaks volumes of like the time we're living in nowadays. Go ahead.
Real quick, I thought somebody sent me a video. Apparently they didn't. I'll have to do some research. Apparently there was a Congress lady or a Senate House whatever lady, House Representative lady, who went on like some podium and was talking about there is nothing in the Constitution that says we need to tell you how we spend our tax dollars.
Wait. She was speaking as a citizen?
No.
Or speaking as...
she was speaking as a person of the government.
I don't know. I mean...
Hold on.
Well, I mean... Constitution or not, like they are a representative of us. And I think that's the biggest problem with like politics nowadays is like everybody's voted on and elected into their position, but they don't represent the people anymore.
Yeah,
they just represent this small niche of like tycoons and lobbyists and everything and business industry corporations, and not really the working Joe Schmo like me, you, and everybody, fucking 99% of the rest of the country. Like, they just don't recognize us. They don't speak for us. They don't represent us. And so we get what we get. But there again, when someone actually goes in, and it's funny, it's one of the richest people in the world and a businessman, so take it for what it's worth, and they're going and changing a bunch of shit and exposing stuff. Once again, what people have said for decades, the government's corrupt. Well, here's your proof. Stop fucking showing me shit. Keep lying to me. It's too much for me to handle. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like a lot of people are doing right now. It's like, I'm comfortable when the government lies. Why are you telling me all this? I'm not. I'd rather know the uncomfortable truth. It sucks, but at least I can go, I fucking knew it. I'm justified. I fucking knew it. But now some of the stuff we find out, like this, like, oh, they're transitioning mice. Like, it's like
They're spending...
See, I think your reaction's funny because my reaction is exactly what I like did when I read it. I'm like, I have this weird, like, I just laugh when shit gets just wild. Where most people are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, we're in a crazy world.
Jeez.
I enjoy it, though. I enjoy it. This, I will say this. The last 3 years or whatever that we did this, and Biden was in office, we had no shortage of anything to talk about. Because every fucking
And
week,
even with this new administration, we have yet to leave the table hungry.
Every week was just fucking like, oh my God, what the fuck, is he fucking retarded? Like, what is this? New administration comes in. This guy, 100%, it's been said a few times by a few people, is the content president. There's so much shit happening right now that he's like, I'm signing this, I'm signing this, I'm signing this, do this, or, yeah, whatever they, fire all those people, get rid of that administration, do this. Like, I was like, write notes, I can't keep up.
He came in full charge.
He did. And he was like, that's the thing I think I was most afraid of. Is like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And we talked about it the last podcast when he's like, oh, I'm giving what's-his-face there a pardon. The libertarians there, the dark web.
Yeah.
That whole story. And then he did it right off the bat. I was like, oh, wow, he kept his word. Like, first day, he did it. And now, like, what are we, 2-3 weeks out or later? About 3 weeks later after his inauguration. And it's like, I can't keep with this. It gets to the point where I'm like, I'll just figure it out when I do the show. I was like, I can't keep up with this shit.
Yeah, no, it's pure insanity, dude.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Did you hear about, to veer off that, cute winter boots? Did you hear anything about that?
What's going on with
Cute winter boots. It's a slogan. It's a
What's
left-wing
this?
slogan. And it's an extremist left-wing slogan. Okay? So there was a whole bunch of, I guess, TikToks and whatever other Instagram, social media like posts that were talking about cute winter boots. Better get your cute winter boots. I like my cute winter boots. And make sure you have plenty of laces to go with your cute winter boots.
Okay, maybe my algorithm's off, but I
can have cute winter boots for, I think I'm reforming I think what happened with the TikTok algorithm anyway is it got reset when it shut down and turned back on. So mine is slowly getting back to what it was. That was one of the first things that popped up though a couple weeks ago. It's their version of pew pews, air quotes. That's what they're talking about. Cute winter boots. Oh, we better get our cute winter boots and whatever.
They're actually going to pick up a gun?
What they're talking about is basically like...
March in the streets?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of like Antifa kind of deal, right? But like everybody... I watch this, like just watching from the outside like this is a fucking TV show, because it is. I'm watching it as like the right wing, like, you know, your core right wing MAGA, whatever, not even just NRA gun enthusiasts. They're all like, fucking try me, you know, like they do. And then this, there's like videos of people trading with him, like the left. I'm like, this is me a bloodbath. Like,
That's my line. It's gonna be a bloodbath.
It's just like, oh, boy,
You are just quoting me
this
tonight.
is just rough. The whole thing is rough. To go along with that, Reddit has gone fucking crazy. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Reddit's a cesspool anyway. Like, I'm on Reddit a lot. I like to look at different things for, like, hell divers and shit like
Yeah.
that. But if you go outside of that kind of stuff, Reddit is a fucking cesspool of just everything that is the worst fucking shit you could find. Well, it's on Reddit. So,
2 girls, 1 cup.
that is mild compared to what's on Reddit.
Really? Gone are the days when that was the most crazy shit you'd ever think you'd have seen on the internet.
Well, yeah, that is true. Gone. Those days are long behind us. I'm waiting for this to fucking load the picture. Here it is. So, this is from Reddit. This is see, a description of the page is Muskrat's Doge henchman. Okay, I'll just read the article. It's not that long. So, Musk fires back after Reddit users call for public execution of Doge staff and violent protests. They have broken the law. Elon Musk has shared a post that has exposed comments on a Reddit page calling for the public execution of Doge software employees. Musk has shared a post that has screenshots of the Reddit page titled "White People Twitter" revealed inappropriate comments, to say the fucking least. Okay, so I don't know. Well, I'll just read these off. So they got one comment on the page says their names and a question mark. Drag the fucks bodies, 'cause time to drop the mitts. Another reads, I'll say it, the Nazi stooge needs to be shot. It's time to do more than dragging names. Let's drag their necks by a large coil of rope. Reads one more comment. Many other similar remarks. Pink missed them all. Let's see. They need to understand that this is now a war, and in war there are costs of being the enemy, and these people, make no mistake, are the enemy. Now this may sound crazy, but they had addresses, not saying somebody should pay them a visit, but doing this type of thing to the American people should result in you fearing for your life if you get to keep it, amongst a shit ton of other posts on Reddit. So, openly, yeah, there's no way around it. That is openly calling for the murdering of Doge employees, of government.
Not even just the murder.
Yeah.
The extremely, oh my God, illicit deaths of them.
Yeah.
Illicit's not even the best word, not even the right word, I think. Just the most horrendously
crippled.
graphic deaths of these people.
Yeah, kneecaps crippled. Like, it goes on and on and on. So that going on with the pink winter, whatever, cute winter boots, like, the left is fucking... I've said this before, and I'll say it again. This version of the left has gone fucking nuts. This is why I left the left like 10, 15 years ago. Because they started to do this weird thing, like, well, I don't know what you're doing, but I'm not paying attention to politics anymore. And then I got dragged back into it after COVID. Thank you, COVID. COVID exposed a lot, and then after that, shit more has been exposed.
Oh, yeah.
But now I came back to it, like I said, 4 or 5 years ago, and see what's become of everything. I'm like, what happened to you? I used to be, well... I used to be
in you.
Yeah. That's basically what it's like.
Chelsea Clinton.
It's like you see an ex like 10 years later. I'm like, and now they have like half shaved head, rainbow over here, having 2 babies, like
500 pounds, 5 foot nothing.
You want to come in for a coffee?
Oh, I fell for that line earlier today.
But that's basically
Except
what my
he
old
wasn't rainbow hair to 500 pounds.
That's basically what my old political party has become. Like, This is unrecognizable.
Oh
What
my
the fuck
God,
is?
dude.
It's like Rhea Ripley before the tattoos and black hair.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you're a normal person, and now
I want to bang you harder.
yeah. Okay, Rhea was probably a bad example.
Wrong, but yeah.
It's whatever. Anyway,
What was her name? Asuka?
Asuka,
Hell yeah.
Asuka.
Oh, that'd be the ultimate fucking fatal three-way for me.
Period.
Why do we have to be naked in a cage?
Oh yeah, going back to the other thing, $50 million in Gaza.
Shut up!
Or $50 million in condoms for Gaza or whatever.
Yeah.
That was
No,
the thing
I think it was more.
That was the thing. Well, I don't know, that's the number I have there. That's the thing that sparked off this whole thing. It's like the first one I hear is like $50 million for condoms in Gaza. I was like, fuck. They don't even.
Well, actually, condoms have a lot of uses. You can carry a lot of water. If you tie it up like twice, you could usually hide about 2 or 3 grams of coke up your ass.
I
and then
think
not worry about
what was
popping.
being said, like some people were like, what they're going to do is probably just put explosive in there and use it. It's like a fucking sling. Yeah, all right, arm them, whatever. The Lake and Riley Act was signed into a law. 156 voted against it. All of them were Democrat.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Look into this one. Chelsea Clinton was given like $43 million to help with something in Kazakhstan.
Chelsea Clinton?
Yeah, look into it. Google it really quick while I talk about it. So apparently there was like some sort of like resistance talk or something like that. I don't know. There was some sort of rhetoric going on in Kazakhstan, and she was given $43 million to to go over and kind of, hey guys, stop saying bad things. But $3 million of it went to her wedding. $10 million went to a mansion. There's an actual paper trail.
I have it, but the first thing up is a fact check, and there's nothing after that.
Hold on.
$84 million, evidently, from USAID.
Yeah, hold on. It's got her beautiful, loving, smiling face as the video icon, so I should be able to find it quick.
It's a claim circulated on social media this week that former first daughter Chelsea Clinton took home $84 million from the U.S. Agency for International Development, USAID. Chelsea Clinton, the daughter of former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, serves as the vice chair of the Clinton Foundation, a nonprofit that was created by Bill Clinton in 2001. The USAID has recently come into focus because the efforts of the President Donald Trump's administration in dismantling the Foreign Aid Agency and a crackdown on federal spending led by the tech billionaire Elon Musk, who is working on behalf of the administration. USAID's staff is being gutted and the agency's spending halted over the past 2 weeks. The moves have drawn fierce backlash from Democratic lawmakers who say presidents cannot eliminate congressionally approved federal agencies.
Yeah, so apparently, according to this, confirmed Doge says USAID gave Chelsea Clinton $84 million, was supposed to go for relief in Haiti. Line items show $3 million of the $84 million spent on Chelsea Clinton's wedding and $10 million to purchase a luxury mansion. So I was completely wrong on the Kazakhstan situation, but I know there was something going on with that too recently.
Well, that's what I'm...
So yeah. Yeah. Chelsea Clinton spent $13 million, excuse me, on herself.
But that's like just taking like skimming off the top there. That's what I think a lot of these prices have been. We're sending, what is it? It's like $330 million for fucking whatever the fuck it was. I think this is just grand fucking money laundering.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, we'll send this ridiculous amount. Like again, going back to not to beat a dead horse.
20 million of it's ours, so we got to send this much to make it look like we're just trying to help something stupid, and no one will read the fine print or the lines in between the lines.
Out of this, make sure you send 10 or 15 million to this guy over here in said bank account. But going back to Ukraine, when we sent that extra, what was it, $4 or $6 billion? Like, we didn't mean to send that. Well, just keep it. Like, fuck, come on.
With
Like,
all the money, the significant other was telling me, because they were looking at some stuff and saw a bunch of numbers, and it broke it down. And with all the money that has been spent over the last like so many years with the USAID, if we did not spend this money frivolously like we have been, or not us, the government has been.
And it's been stupid shit. Just like, here you go.
Every homeless person in America, because according to the report, there's 800,000 homeless people in America.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of them could have been bought and paid for a single wide trailer.
Yeah, because what's that, like 50 G's or something now?
And, oh no, it gets better. And their utilities paid for like for a year. All of it.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that. You want to know why they're not going to do that? Because if you shut down, if you take care of all the homeless, now you don't have any more homeless. Now, where are you going to get all that profit? The nonprofit, how much of a moneymaker? They've covered it before on Joe Rogan and fucking half a dozen other podcasts about how much money that these homeless nonprofit organizations
actually
benefit,
yeah.
and how much actually goes toward any kind of homeless anything. It's like what, 5 or 10% of everything they pull in.
Yeah, like the CEO of like Salvation Army is like paid $5 million a year, something like that.
Yeah,
March of Dimes.
Yeah, like all that, all those fucking like, oh, well, how about just fuck? I don't give any to any of those anymore. If it's not like the VA or anything like that, it's like no. Because you fucking I give you $1, like 5 cents goes toward whatever cause you're talking about. No, I think
the March of Dimes, they actually broke it down. The March of Dimes, like 10 cents.
Right.
Out of that 10 cents, like 0.3%, like 0.33, 0.37 or something like that of 1 penny actually goes to the cause.
Yeah. And like, to me, I was like, no, I'm not. Mm-mm.
I won't donate unless it's a local community, unless it's a local organization.
Yeah.
And by local organization, I mean like the VFW, the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Gender Fluid Scouts, whatever the fuck they have now. I don't know. I'm just saying.
The Lady Tie Boy Scouts.
If there's a local community organization and they're doing a fundraiser, or they're doing
Girl Scouts, you see what they just discovered with Girl Scout cookies?
No.
All of them have dangerous amounts of different lead and other metals in them. Every single one. No, there was 2 of them. I think like the lemon ones, and one other one that nobody fucking eats. Like all the Thin Mints, Samoas, the peanut butter, whatever. All of them have ridiculously bad levels.
Yeah, it's.
I was like, oh, that just shit on everybody's parade.
Yeah, dude.
No wonder why they cost so much. You got to fucking pay for all that precious metal. Scrapping.
Call me Samoan gold.
Yeah, except I think it's lead.
Come on, me.
Come on, me. See what it's doing to you already? Jeez Louise. Yeah, so the Lake and Riley
out of the dick.
The Lake and Riley Act was signed into a law. That was like the first week. Yeah, the Wednesday after returning to office for his immigration policy agenda. We just talk about immigration again. So, why it matters. The new law will require the detention of undocumented immigrants accused of certain crimes such as theft. Federal immigration officials have warned that it could impact 60,000 people. You might get people that are in trouble. Trump has vowed that his administration will zero in on the immigration and border security after Republicans for 4 years decried that Biden's administration approach to border security. Whatever.
Really quick. You know what's fucking irritating me so much?
What?
And I've seen a couple of videos about it, but if you look at the immigration policies of all the countries around the world,
mm-hmm. Like most of them,
America is the easiest to get into.
One of, if not the, yeah.
And least likely to convict.
Yeah.
If as an American, right now, if I try to, illegally enter
Canada,
Africa,
what part of Africa?
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
There are parts of Africa where if you are detained, having entered illegally,
In South Africa.
you go right to jail.
Yeah, it's almost like they have laws, and if you break them, you get in trouble.
Even
That's a novel fucking idea.
even some third world
Why
countries
didn't we
where
think of
people
it?
are trying to escape to.
Yeah.
To get, because they're seeking asylum and they're not near America. There are other countries on the other side of the world, let's not forget. You know, the people we've spent fucking hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars on.
Name one. I just named half a dozen.
Like fucking gay orchestras and fucking
Siberian orchestras.
trans fucking hormone raping.
What?
If you go to some of these countries, you are automatically detained for having entered illegally.
Well, the act requires that the Department of Homeland Security to detain certain non-U.S. Nationals who have been arrested for burglary, theft, larceny, or shoplifting. It also authorizes the state to sue the federal government for decisions or alleged failures relating to immigration enforcement per the bill text.
Listen, I'm not saying people should not be welcome to this country.
No,
That's what this country was founded on.
That's
people coming to get a new start.
That's the stupid sentiment that like the left is saying. It's like, well, you're trying to block everyone. It's like, no, there's rules. Everybody fucking follows them.
Do I agree that the system needs to be reevaluated and reformed? Yes, because how many?
I don't know how,
Well, hold on. Here's why. How many times have you heard of people trying to come to America and it being over costly or an overly long
list?
The wait list. I get it. And I agree. There needs to be a reform. Immigration reform. Not open the fucking borders and let every fucking Tom, Dick, and Sally who speaks another language who wants to rape people or, I don't know, maybe start a new life somewhere where they feel they might be successful. Don't let them all in just all willy-nilly. Hey, come on over. Nope. Stop here. Got to ask a couple questions. You a criminal? Yes. You can't come in. Oh, wait, can I try again? No, you already fucked up. Goodbye. You're a criminal? No. Okay, you can come to the next gate. Or, how about this? Are you a criminal? No. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? Yes. What happened? I was arrested for shoplifting when I was 13 because I was trying to feed my baby brother. Oh, okay, you know what?
And not even that. It could be I was arrested for shoplifting because I was a shithead. It's like, okay, that was that like 10 years ago? It's like, we all make mistakes.
All right, so here's what we're going to do.
We'll vet your background then.
We'll vet your background. We're going to give you a visa, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Come on in. Register with your local fucking district authority.
Here's the problem.
And say, hey, look, you know, I was convicted of this crime. Just like, I don't know,
that's
a sex offenders list
that's
or
pretty much what they do now.
You know.
But here's the problem. Like, they pretty much do that now. But because government is the way it is, and, I mean, how often have you tried to get some kind of paperwork from the government? And it takes fucking forever.
It takes.
Look at that right now in California where they're talking about permits and stuff to rebuild and redo whatever after the fires.
Yeah.
Everything is destroyed. And it's going to take fucking months, if not longer, for them to get the permits to rebuild everything. You know, they're going to just sit and wait around for 8, 10, 15 months or whatever it's going to be. The government moves at snail's pace at best. So everything that we're talking about, they already do. But the problem is because there's so many steps to go through to do everything, that's why it takes so long.
Hence
and now you have
reform.
how many people... Yeah, like, it's a novel idea, but, like,
actually,
how would they do it?
It's not going to be an overnight... No. It's not going to... I'm not talking like, oh, hey, we got it. Let's go.
Right.
No. It's going to be a fucking timely process. Because you've got to think... People... Here's the biggest fucking... Kicking the fucking ass I always say, I hate. So many people... Because when you sit there and ask me, hey, Charlie, what do you think about this? Well... This is what my immediate brain says. But what if? Well, okay. Well, but what if this happens? Well, okay. And I go from plausible to almost 100% unrealistically in the realm of conceivable. And I always get told, Charlie, that's a lot of what ifs. You're right, it's a lot of what ifs. But what's wrong with having a fucking plan for anything and everything? So, that's the biggest thing. They need to do a reform. They need to sit down and literally pay someone I'd like a job. Here's my resume.
You got 151 episodes to go by.
There's sit down, create a cabinet, organization, administration, fucking corporation, whatever you want to fucking call it. Come up with a bunch of people who will sit there and say, look, no one wants to fucking say it, but here's a worst case scenario that we need to plan for. This guy wants to come into America because he was forcefully sodomized by crickets and they did it with tubes and he was made to sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star to a kindergarten class. What happened?
What a wild scenario.
And he wants...
There's somebody listening right now and be like, it's like he knows me.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, you got to think about the most extreme. You got to fucking do it. Sit down, come up with every fucking plan, every conceivable idea of a what if, and then once you've thought of every possible wrong thing that can go wrong, do it all again because you're going to come up with more shit. And when you can do that 2 or 3 times and you stop coming up with new ideas, now you can actually say, all right, look, here's all the mortar, here's all the bricks, where do we put the mortar to put it all together? My opinion. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's probably going to be a fucking few presidencies. But if we could pull if our current administration, our previous administration, our future administrations, if anybody who's fucking so blinded by the bullshit that they think they know what's fucking best could pull their head out of their fucking ass long enough for the next few presidencies to actually sit down, maybe, just fucking maybe, I don't know, in 2 to 3 presidencies, we can actually have a fucking border policy, an immigration policy where we do fucking welcome anybody and everybody. And you got maybe, hey, I'm going to go become an American citizen because I like the jobs they have over there. 6 weeks later, I'm fucking working at McDonald's flipping burgers, happier than a pig in shit, getting a blowjob from the assistant manager because he says it'll further my career.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America.
I think 6 weeks is pretty fair. 6 to 8 weeks.
I'm just throwing fucking numbers out there. Nobody should be made to wait a year.
A year? Some of them are like 10.
I know.
A year.
I worked with a guy
I think
at a certain...
if it was a baseline, like it was, yes, it's 1 year wait. I think 1 year's fine. If you're trying to get out of whatever shithole you're in, it's like, listen, if you start the process now, by this time next year, you'll be in America.
Stay on it.
Fine.
Because if you don't and you miss something, obviously coming to America is not important enough. Before I forget.
Just that. How bad do you want?
I worked with a guy at a certain Bullseye Design Logo Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with a guy, thick, heavy, foreign accent, literally had spent the last 10, 15 years getting his wife and kids over to America. Legally. Having spent easily 5 digits. And I'm not talking like, he spent $11,000, $12,000. No. The last number I can clearly remember, this guy was
like
in
30,000?
50.
50?
And mind you, this is almost 10 years ago.
Yeah, so with inflation now, it'll probably be $250,000.
I'm just saying.
Right. 10,
15 years for him to put his family back together here in America. But he did it legally. He did it the right way.
But that's having like, that's legally in the right way, and that's doing everything the way it's supposed to be. Not having an open door policy.
Well, here's my biggest fucking shit kicker. The conversation we were having that you're going to edit out with a certain fucking fun character.
That was a good conversation.
That was a good conversation.
See if I can dance.
Well, here's the real thing. Here's another thing, too. These people are coming to America free of fucking charge.
Right.
And they're getting given money.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me...
Okay. Like, was it 26 million or whatever for fucking gift bags?
Okay, so here's the fucking deal I want to make.
I don't get a gift bag.
Hold on. Here's the deal I want to fucking make to you people. The people that think, hey, you know what? They came here. They're trying to start a new life. They deserve to be here. They're willing to do the jobs that law-abiding, or not even law-abiding, just anybody in America doesn't want to do. Okay, good. I'll make you a deal. Anybody and everybody who wants to sit there and say, right now, I agree with the immigration the way it is. Let them come. Let them stay. Sign an agreement.
An
affidavit stating that you are in full agreement with it and willing to pay, and you're going to love this term, a reparations tax.
Reparations.
to any and all fucking Americanized citizens who came over due process, properly and legally.
Oh my God! You just solved 2 fucking issues in one.
Who? Hold on, no. Who not only did it the right way, but put thousands upon tens of thousands, if not 6 digits, into doing the process right. These people deserve reparations fees because they paid our government properly and legally to come to America, bring their families.
No, it's a good idea, but just I guess this is a half joke, but they come in and pay a reparations tax. So what's the tax? Fair number.
8%
Of
$1. A gross. So hold on.
You mean over? So I mean to initially get in a reparations. So I'm thinking more or less like a lump sum when they first get in. They'd be like, okay, so we have a reparations tax, $5,000. You pay the U.S. government, okay? The government then takes that $5,000, taxes it because that's what they fucking do, and then give it to whatever black person that demands reparations. So the government gets money, taxes it, and then pays it out as reparations to take care of that whole debacle that's constantly going on for decades now. So I said, you just solved 2 different things at once.
Yeah, but no, here's the problem again. Once again, sins of
that
the
was
father.
like a half joke.
No. It's a good half joke and not a bad idea to get not just the people who are crying, not just the people who. No, hold on. How do I say this?
I don't know because it's.
Hold on, no. It's. I've got a great fucking concept in mind. The American citizens who are true ancestor by slaves come up with some sort of a plan where the government can give them the reparations they feel they deserve, but at the expense of another group of people who have, I guess you could say,
No, this whole thing falls apart right off the bat because now you're going to force people that, like me or you or whoever.
Sins of the father. We shouldn't be made to pay for people because my family.
And this is
family migrated to America. I'm only 2nd generation American.
This goes right back to the initial thing is like the reparations things, like that has nothing to do with you now, and the sins of the father things that has nothing to do with you now. So both of it was like, no, we're just moving on.
Agreed.
Like that's where it just goes right back to
that.
It's like, no.
I still love that term. Pay the people who paid their dues to come to this country legally in due process reparation fees. If you truly agree that the illegal aliens, I'm not going to fucking call them anything else.
The criminal migrants. That's what they legally are.
Criminal migrants. Okay. All right, whatever. Criminal migrants. If you are in total support of allowing the criminal migrants to become citizenized and stay in this country and do the jobs American citizens don't want to do, okay, sign the affidavit saying this is what you support and you're in full agreement and you're willing to pay a reparation fee out of every dollar, out of every paycheck. $50, let's say. Mm-hmm. $50 a pay. Well, no. You know what? Because some people work part-time at McDonald's flipping burgers, getting blowjobs from their assistant managers trying to further their career. They only make about $100 a week. So you know what? Do an 8% post-tax income fee. No, pre-tax. Yeah, gross. Do an 8% gross. So if you make $100 gross, you're only paying $8 out of your paycheck. Then the government decides to stick it out. Well, how many taxes do we pay? Social, federal, state.
FICA.
School.
Property.
County. No. Do we pay county?
Yes.
Okay,
county tax.
Let's get to 10, please. Come on. We only need 3 more taxes we got to think of. Social Security.
Yeah.
Medicare.
Yeah.
One more. Come on, one more.
I mean, do you count an income tax?
I already said
that. Or,
yeah, income.
Well, that would be...
State, federal. We need one more. Not FEMA.
Yeah.
FMLA.
That's not really a tax, though. It's like,
But you pay into it. Yeah, never mind. That doesn't count. Whatever. So guess what? The government's only getting fucking 9 digits up your pooper.
at least, do they keep the pinky or the thumb out?
Here's the church. Here's the steeple. Open the door.
And it's in my rectum.
And there's all the people.
Oh, there's so many people in there.
But yeah.
Oh,
Or come up with a fucking immigration reform.
Yeah, but like I said, it's coming up with a new system for the whole immigration, the whole thing. It's like, what do you do? And it's been talked about for years and years.
You know, oh my God.
It's like, yeah, but what do we do?
I got an idea.
And I feel like that's something like unless you are actually working there and seeing exactly how everything pans out, like, I don't know how to answer
I got
that.
an idea.
What?
And it's so fucking foolproof, it'll never happen. It is so fucking foolproof, I promise you, not in the next 10 generations of lifetimes.
Well, tell us.
Come up with an amendment that allows...
The 28th Amendment?
Whatever. that allots or allows for a president to exceed his 2 terms. Listen.
Okay.
If...
Trump.
No. Here's where it's so foolproof, it will never happen.
All right.
Vast majority. 95% have to agree.
Oh, yeah, that'll never happen.
I'm talking left, right, center, up my ass, out my pee hole.
I can't say
any direction you could ever think of.
Chances are that probably will never happen.
You need to have not only
because
all the electoral...
Was it Reagan that won back in... What the hell it was?
No. Here's what I'm saying. No. Here's what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
We've had Bush. He did 2 terms. We had Obama. He did 2 terms. We have Trump. He skipped a term, but whatever. He's on his second term.
I think the only other person that skipped a term was Hoover?
Yeah. Regardless, we've had plenty of presidents that have done 2 terms. How many of them can you think the American people as a whole has ever said, I wish we could have had him for a 3rd term?
How many?
Yeah.
Probably a whole bunch.
Do you think there's actually been that many good presidents?
I think there's been more good presidents than bad.
Case in point, then. With the current state, the way the United States of America is, let's say with just the last 5 presidents, can you think of one president in the last 5 that you would wished could have served a 3rd, if not a 4th term?
See, Trump's just starting his 2nd, so I can't really vote on that.
We got Biden.
But he only did 1.
Okay, so fuck. Okay.
So he didn't even make it to the 2nd.
All right, so now we step back 1. So we can't use Biden. We can't use Trump. So now we go back to a Barack Obama.
Fuck no.
Before him, Bush.
No.
Before him, Clinton.
No.
Before him, Bush.
Nope.
Before him, it was Reagan.
Possibly.
Okay, so we got 1. So we got 1 out of 5 because it was it was Barack. It was Obama, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Reagan. 5. The 5th fucking president in that lineup.
Mm-hmm. Then Carter. No. Then Nixon.
Jimmy Carter. Fuck no. Especially Jimmy Carter. No offense. Rest in peace. I'm not saying Jimmy Carter was a bad president, but when you want to talk about a behind-the-scenes fucking player, that guy was fucking pulling strings up to the... I want to say even with the Clintons.
Carter was a good guy, bad president.
Yes. 100% agreed.
Yeah. Nixon?
Nope.
Nixon, I'm not too sure on.
Nixon... Because...
Lyndon B. Johnson?
LBJ? I can't say I remember much of his presidency.
Yeah. He was good. When he got in, he was good. But I think he was one of the, like a lot of presidents where he gets in, he's like, yeah, and everyone's like, then
The only thing I would say about
JFK before him.
Nixon, the only reason I would say no to Nixon is because he was too defensive. Yes, the guy was getting attacked a lot on the fucking forefront for a lot of shit going on, especially, Vietnam War, et cetera, et cetera. But it seemed like if you watch a lot of Nixon's like stuff, they were almost like the government was always trying to explain itself. It was always on a defensive, I guess you could say. That's not a president. That's not a good presidency. I mean, he kept the country moving. Still got impeached, but whatever.
Let's see. Let's go down. I got a list here. Just looking at the ones who won by most popular votes. Reagan at 97% of the popular vote.
Boom.
In 84.
Okay, so yeah, do it like that.
Nixon at 96%. His,
Nixon got 96%.
yeah.
Maybe my history.
Lyndon B. Johnson was 90%.
Nope, he wouldn't count then. Like I said, 95% or higher. So we've got two. Keep going back with by presidencies, please.
Okay.
I want every president over 95%. Can't be 95%. It has to be over.
Roosevelt was 98.
3. You know what? Fuck it. 95. We will do 95. 95 and above.
James Monroe.
4.
And then George Washington is 100%.
5. Out of 47 presidents. 5.
Well, 47 terms. Because Trump was 45 and 47.
So 46.
Well,
no, because there was other ones that did the split too.
Yeah.
How many? Google that. How many different presidents have we had? Do that.
45. Because there's only two that split. It's 45.
45. Okay. So 45 out of 45 fucking presidents. Different presidents. And one we can't even count because George Washington ran unopposed.
Oh, it wasn't Hoover. It was Grover Cleveland. Yeah.
Whatever. 5 out of fucking 45. What's that percentage?
5 out of 45? I don't know. Like 8%, 9%?
8% of the presidents of our fucking American...
And that's the tax they would end up paying. To circle it all back to the immigrants. That's the tax they would pay, 8%. And that's where they get the 8% number. After that whole fucking circle conversation.
Dear God. But yeah, it's so fucking foolproof, it'll never happen. Because you finally got a president where everybody can agree, this guy's good for the people and the country. He's going to do great things. The second term comes around. He's doing everything he promised and then some. We're going to do it again. You know what? He's 98% approval.
I don't think that'll happen for a long time, though. Not now. Not with the climate now.
So like I said, drop the fucking amendment.
With Biden, the right did it. If he every now and again would stumble across something that was decent, the right would be like, yeah, but... And with Trump now and before, he'd do positive things, and the left would be like, oh, no, everything he touches is bad.
But what I'm saying is, what I'm trying to get at, the point I'm trying to get across
I
here
know
is
the point you're trying to make.
If we fucking had somebody in there where nobody could sit there and say, he made everybody... Everybody makes $100,000 a year now.
That's because inflation's fucking through the roof.
and inflation's down, and we have stupid money, and the rest of the world respects us.
Well, they respect us too much, and slowly becomes one of those people that wakes up and be like, "Sky's too blue." It's like, oh, come on. But that's the reality we live in. That's why I said, like, I don't think something like that would happen because it's just the environment we live in right now. There'll be a group of people that will find the bad in anything that's positive, either way you look at it.
Yeah.
Going back to Lake and Riley.
Last but not least, huh?
Lake and Riley's thingy. So she got, so Trump signed her law, or her act into a law now, and it was voted on, they voted yay.
How many votes are there in the House?
438.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say it's like 430, 440, I thought. And 156 voted no.
156 voted no.
All Democrats.
All
which
Democrats.
means 244 plus 30, let's say. Is
There's 46 or 48 voted yes, Democrats. I got it right here.
Oh, wow.
48. It passed 263 to 156, with 46 Democrats voting for it. One of the additions would require Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, to detain any undocumented immigrants accused of assaulting a law enforcement officer, which they fucking should anyway. After adding
I'd like to hear. Hold on. You know what? You got it up there right now. Can you Google, in whatever terms you want to put it in, the question I want answered is, why did people vote no? Don't just say because Trump said it. No. I would love to find out why one, if not all of them, voted no. Because here you are.
I think one of the things right here says is ICE warned Congress that the Lake and Riley Act would require detention for 60,000 people, and that the agency would need billions of dollars and thousands more detention beds to comply with the law, Axios reported. The agency said that without emergency funding, they could be forced to release tens of thousands of immigrants, including potentially some deemed to be public safety threats.
Release them back to the countries from which they came.
Exactly. And that's what actually was talked about with, was it Colombia? I think it was Colombia like a week or so ago. And Colombia
they were turning away.
Yeah, and Colombia said no. And then I don't remember what the fuck Trump did or said.
Trump tariff, hardcore tariff.
Yeah, it was like 50% or some
like,
crazy fucking
we'll take
number.
him.
See, here's the thing with Trump, what he's doing right now. And what was asked, like, it was a week ago, guy I work with goes, what's your thoughts on all the tariffs? Because everyone's like, it's going to raise prices. I'm like, yeah, it is going to raise prices temporarily. In the short term, who knows about the long term? And I'm like, man, 25% tariff on Mexico, 25% in Canada. And even me, it was like, I voted for Trump. I was like, yeah, I'm like, that's hefty. I'm like, I don't know, you're going to ruffle feathers. But then immediately what happened after in regards to Mexico and what happened with Colombia, like they came right back to the negotiating table and pretty much folded and gave Trump what he wanted. And then he paused the tariffs or dropped them or whatever the fuck. I'm like, so I thought, I'm like, he's a big ask president. He's like, I'm going to go. He's using exact
part of the deal.
Yeah, he's using exact negotiating tactics and being like, this is what I want. I want this whole fucking computer set up. And you're like, whoa, for what? And he's like, give me that and that. It's like, well, I'm not going to give you the whole computer setup. How about the monitor and these speakers? That's what he initially wanted in the first place.
Part of the deal.
So he's just going out, and then what happens is legacy media gets a hold of that. They'd be like, he's trying to fucking tariff everything into the fucking ground. And it's like, well, yeah, because he's using that as a negotiating tactic. And it's working like a fucking charm. You won't hear the left-wing media, or legacy media, we'll just call it at this point, say anything positive like that, because they're just going to run with like, well, it's going to raise prices for everyone. My eggs aren't going down. Well, no, because the tariffs are being used to do things that doesn't have anything to do with the prices of things initially. It has everything to do with what are we trying to do right now? What is Trump trying to do right off the bat? He's dealing with the borders. So that is what he is doing. That's what he is using as his negotiating tactic to deal with shutting borders down, shipping these, what everyone's calling low-lying fruit, your criminal migrants, like your violent criminals, your whatever, like the Lake and Riley Act, with the things that are just, you'd send them over. That's what he's doing right now. And he's using these crazy-ass tariffs to get people to be like, listen, take your criminals back. No, I'm not taking them back. Fine, fuck you. Here's a 50% tariff. Fine, I'll take them back. And then what's the president of Colombia or whatever the fuck do? He sends like his like presidential fucking airlines, like his high class ones. Like, here, put him on this. Brilliant. It's like that's what's happening right now.
But people are too short-sighted to see. Because here's another thing.
I don't even think it's that. It's just here's what we were just talking about before. It's like, oh, he's doing good. It's like, well, he can't do good. He's got to be racist or Nazi,
but here's
whatever.
The thing. People don't seem to realize too. Yeah, short-term loss, long-term gain. In the beginning, yeah, we're gonna suffer a little bit. But we've suffered for the last 4 years too. So what's a few more months? But at the end of the day, when people, like you said, the negotiation tact, when it pays off and these people are gone, these criminal migrants, and this money that is being exuberantly wasted on the most ridiculous of shit goes, where does that money end up going? It gets funneled back into the America, into the American people, which now a lot of these people, a lot of these businesses are gonna be like, all right, well, we have a lot of money, but we got more money now, so we're gonna charge less and pay our people a little bit more, and maybe offer some more benefits. Maybe that'll get us more people we need, so that we can lower the cost of all these products.
It was 50%. It was, he had announced, Trump responded immediately with Petro justified his decision by saying no, basically saying that migrants are not criminals and should be treated with dignity, right? So Trump responded immediately, announced the punitive tariffs of 25% on all goods from Colombia that would be imported into the U.S. The additional tariffs were raised to 50% within a week. That's when he's like, Same thing with Mexico.
And they need the money.
Yeah, same thing with Canada.
They need the import. They need to push the export.
Yeah. So
it's not, the thing is, people are like, oh my God, he's being so mean. He's being such a bully. He's trying to bully the world and giving America what he wants. No, he's really not. If you actually stop and look from the outside in, not just yep, I see everything going on. Yeah. I do. I know what I'm talking about. No, if you actually step outside the box and look at what's going on, America is one of the greatest countries in the world. We have one of the most flourishing economies known to exist. Not saying it doesn't have its faults, not saying it doesn't have its kind of hiccups every now and again, but we do. The rest of the world benefits without ever even saying so much as do you want me to give you cab fare? I mean, I know I just put it in your ass, but no, it's, hey, get the fuck out of my house. Like, my girlfriend's coming home.
Clearly, it's when we were talking about how much NATO, like the members of NATO, were giving to Ukraine, like the United States had surpassed all the other countries combined by like 3 or 4 fold.
Yeah.
Like, and
there's no reason the rest of the world can't contribute to the rest of the world. We do not have to be the only contributing country. And I'm not saying we are. I'm not saying other countries aren't. But when it's $10, 10 to 1, or even 20 to 1, like, let's say, what's another good economy? China,
Saudi Arabia.
Let's just go with China.
Well, I don't know.
Saudi Arabia, whatever other country. Let's just go with NATO. What's another country in NATO that's doing surprisingly well for itself?
I'd say Britain's doing well.
Britain, okay. So if we're putting in $10 to their $1 or $20 to their $1, where is that? Why is that fair? That's literally all that is that's check this out. What's wrong? Too much on the table for you? That's all it is. All right.
Yeah, China, India, Germany, Japan. So you see, now we're forming like this new business alliance. Japan's like now going to invest, I don't know how many billions or something into the United States. Same thing with Saudi Arabia, I think. It was one of the first things that Trump was like, yeah, I'm going to get business to actually come here, like other countries that build here. So Japan's like the newest one. I was just listening to yesterday. But going back to one last thing before this, going back with the whole Trump's mean thing, we had 4 years of the nice guy president, at least to the public, the super nice guy, and we just got shit all over.
Yeah, I'm not saying Biden wasn't a nice guy. He was trying to be friendly to everyone.
Yeah, and nobody took him serious for it.
It's not even that people took him serious. It was people took advantage.
Yeah, exactly. And now you got someone in there. You have a businessman in there be like, no. You're not.
He was the nice guy that they took him serious, but it was, okay, we get it. You're trying to be serious, but we're just not going to do that. We're going to do what we want. And you're going to need to say please and thank you.
Right. So I got this last thing here. Just let's end on like a lower note. Just kind of
Let's make it classy.
calm down. Okay. So this is from The Guardian. Some children starting school are unable to climb a staircase. Finds the England and Wales teacher survey.
What are they, fat?
Some children are starting
Obese?
reception school unable to climb a staircase, while others use Americanisms in their speech because it's too much screen time, according to a survey by teachers. The pandemic has been blamed for a decline in school readiness among reception-age children, but some teachers who took part in the annual poll said the, quotes, COVID baby explanation has starting to feel like an excuse. The survey of 1,000 primary teachers in England and Wales, carried out by the market research group Savanta on behalf of the early years charity Kindred, found 49% of teachers thought the problem had gotten worse over the past year. The government has made school readiness one of its core missions, with an ambition of 75% of children to reach a good level of development by the time they join reception, up from the current level of 68%. The Kindred director...
Wait, what? Hold on. Did you say conception?
Reception.
Oh. I was like, what the fuck kind of study are they doing?
Current after that, so that's probably what...
Current reception. Okay. Yeah, I kind of stroked out there for a second.
The report's findings suggest too many parents are failing to support the development of their children, in spite of, we know, having the best interests at heart. As well as children arriving in school in nappies, 1 in 4 who began reception last September are not toilet trained. Teachers reported children with poor basic motor skills and undeveloped muscles, which they linked to excessive screen time. I've got 2 children in my class who physically cannot sit on the carpet. They don't have core strength, the reception teacher told teacher in the Northwest told researchers. A deputy head in the Northwest reported an increase in delayed walkers with clumsy movements, dropping things, unable to climb staircase, while a reception teacher said pupils were using Americanisms such as trash and vacation, which is called holiday over there, that they had picked up online. Nearly 2 in 5, 39% staff said less time spent in early childhood education due to lockdown restrictions was a key factor in school readiness. But one senior leader in the East Midlands said, "There's only so long you can blame COVID for that. I'm sorry, but a lot of it comes down to parenting as well."
Vacation and holiday have the exact same amount of syllables. It's not lazy to say one or the other.
No, but I think what they're saying is just it's indicative, like it's a sign that they're watching YouTube or whoever influencers that are clearly from the States, because they're saying things like vacation. Like, how many people do you see or hear go, "Oh, I'm going on holiday next week"? Like, it doesn't happen. Like, fewer than 44%. Or fewer than half, 44%, of the 1,000 parents of reception-age children who took part in a parallel surveys said they thought children starting school should know how to use books correctly, turning the pages rather than swiping or tapping, as if it was an electronic device. This fucking page is not turning. Kind of like what you're doing to that. Wow. 9 out of 10 parents.
Oh, God, it tastes weird. I didn't help too much.
Consider their child ready for school. Teachers said 1 in 3 were actually not. Parents and teachers agree that lack of access to health visitors having an impact. According to the government guidelines, health visitors should visit 5 times during the pregnancy and early years, and 63% of parents said they had received up to 2 visits, and a fifth reported no contact at all. So, this is over across the pond.
We're fat and we're starting to make other countries fat. Okay. Cool.
Come along with us. Come along for the journey.
Babe.
We're not going anywhere. We're just going to sit here like we do.
Hey, how's it going? Something. Zoom in through the sky. Getting too fat to fly. Grab a book. Swipe the hook. The reading tablet. We're ruining the world.
Trump. I gotta blame someone else. Whatever, and Trump sanctions South Africa over treatment of white people. Revokes Biden's security clearance. That's right. I forgot about that. He's like, there's no reason for him to have any kind of security clearance of top secret information anymore. I was like, wow, he's fucking going ham. Scorched earth, baby. Burn it all. Fuck you.
It's like when a girl gets a Brazilian and the guy who's doing it finds out it's a guy.
Oh. What's this? Bye.
One of the things she said, I kid you fucking not. Oh, you know, all this mass deportation, like half the workforce in California is illegal. Half the workforce in California is illegal immigrants, you know, doing the jobs that nobody wants to do. So you get rid of them, California is going to collapse. I go, here's the problem. How many homeless people do you have in California? Well, they're only homeless because they choose to be homeless. So yeah, so you're telling me that if a person actively wants to get a job and get off the street, keep half the workforce, which is illegal immigrants in California, so they can't get on their feet and better their situation. Well, there's jobs for them. No, because the fucking jobs they can get under the table, off the books, start fucking putting away money, maybe get into a hotel for a week, is fucking taken by fucking Juan Escobar, who's fucking sending all the money back to Mexico.
Here's the double issue there, and this is one with the illegal immigrants, and this is such gold, and this is where I'm like, God, I wish I was there, because as soon as that was said, that is a huge talking point you always hear with like the left. It's like, oh, half our workforce, blah blah blah, California. It's like, okay, so this is what you are like actively promoting. Then you think it's okay to pay somebody less than minimum wage to do a job that nobody else wants to do? You know what that's fucking called? Indentured servitude. AKA slavery. That's what you are promoting. That's what you are saying. Oh yeah, well, if these people don't do the jobs. And then with the homeless thing, here's the problem with that. They won't take those jobs. You want to know why? Because the government is giving free handouts for fucking crack pipes and everything. We covered that like, what, a year and a half or so ago? They're not going to work because they get free handouts from the fucking government. Two different left-handed or left tactics that are being like, look, they're working jobs that no one wants to work because you're paying them under the table. And when illegals can get paid under the table less than minimum wage, that's fucking slavery. And you're saying, oh, well, you can't send these people back because then these people aren't going to work for these amount of wages and everything. Well, California's going to collapse. Newsflash, sweetheart. If you ever fucking watch this, it's going to collapse anyway. Have you opened your eyes and looked at reality of what's happening?
Well, one of the things I kept saying, because I realized it right out the gate, the first time I said it.
Wow, can you call her and bring her up here, please? I want to have a conversation.
One of the things I kept saying, and I knew it was a trigger word, it ended the conversation shortly thereafter. Right out the gate, I was like, yeah, the illegal aliens.
You should have called them exactly what they are.
She kept saying illegal immigrants. I was like, oh, yeah, I agree. If the illegal aliens that are here,
criminal migrants.
I go, the illegal aliens that are here that want to actually go through the proper channels, okay, give them a chance. Send them back, let them come through, give them a social security number, make them pay taxes. The illegal aliens that came over here illegally and don't want to fucking do the process, send the illegal aliens back. Because she goes, well, you know, what about the illegal immigrants that, you know, the people that can't, that need, they need the money here because they have no.